Good evening. I know. Just gotta readjust it because gotta readjust it from air ride. That looks good. Glad I was able to get things set up on time. Regardless, since we're here on time and ready to go, might as well start. Welcome back everyone to our playthrough of Mystia's Izakaya. Last time we got a bit more plot on what exactly the fruit was, and evidently it was Marissa's fault. As it tends to be. But regardless, we still have a job to do. Let's keep going. Suspicious kappa behavior. It's never good if the kappa are sus. Sorry, I just want to use this. It's such a pretty outfit. And of course, since we're down here, dang. Dang. Oh well. Grab this. Yep. There you go, Rainbow. Stalkia? Oh, I forgot. Anyways, what the heck is going on with the kappa? I guess it's not something specifically for today. That's fine then. Suppose let's just head to the lunar capital first. I found out some things regarding Miss Erin, Monsieur Hime. What? Why would you look into Master? You keep worrying about how Miss Erin is doing on Earth, so I paid attention to the things regarding her. For me. Sorry for the trouble. Although, I only heard about things related to the Horai pharmacy. Of course, anything Master doesn't want getting out won't get out. Everything you hear about is what Master doesn't mind people knowing. I see. Alright then, please tell me more about Master's life on Earth. Sure. I heard that even though Miss Erin opened a pharmacy, she doesn't seem to care much about fees. She only charges a small, suitable fee, even for the best of medicines. She'll even wait patiently for those who can't pay. Naturally, Master's plans wouldn't revolve around something trivial like raising money. Also, for patients who suddenly visit, she'll personally diagnose them, regardless of whether they're human or yokai. Is that so? Master is graciously assisting the people of Earth by diagnosing them. This is God's gift to Earth, and I hope those who receive treatment for her understand that. All the guests are very thankful to Miss Erin. Whenever they talk about Miss Erin, they say she's gentle and friendly. Basically, they talk about stuff I don't get. Master's mind is far beyond that of humans. Even in the lunar capital, the people who understand her are few and far between. Also this is the first aid kit Miss Annie would make and distribute to families free of charge. Free medicine? Yeah. Well, it's not exactly free. I think when the season changes, she sends someone to check on the families in charge for the portion that has been used. I see. As expected of Master, she's thought of everything. But, Master, why would Master do all this? I'm not sure either. Since Master treats Earthlings with such courtesy, I shan't look down on Master's guest either. You're always so headstrong, Miss Nodohime, but whenever Miss Annie is brought up, your eyes start sparkling. Is that what it looks like? Sorry. I got ahead of myself again. You don't need to act so reserved. Talking about this isn't taboo. But it is time to end the chit-chat. Let's continue training. Okay! Do you remember when I mentioned low-temperature vacuum cooking while talking about liquid nitrogen last time? It does ring a bell, I think. This low-temperature vacuum cooking, simply put, is to place the ingredients into a vacuum-sealed bag. Then put it in a constant temperature heater and cook at low temperature for a long time, around 45 to 80 degrees centigrade. Centigrade? Yes, in molecular gastronomy, we don't just write low heat or high heat, we strictly control the temperature and time. And the vacuum-sealed bag? Cooking in a vacuum-sealed bag can reduce the loss of flavor of the ingredients. During the cooking process, it locks in the moisture and prevents contamination from outside flavors. It allows the ingredient to retain its original flavor and be more nutritious. At the same time, it prevents the growth of bacteria and allows the ingredient to more effectively absorb heat from the water or steam. So there's such a way of handling ingredients. Talk is meaningless. We'll do the hands-on approach. Go prepare some beef. Sure. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Miss Nodohime, the ingredients are ready. Good job. Let's begin. To cook beef the molecular way, first put the beef in a vacuum-sealed bag for maximum flavor retention and to prevent other reactions during heating. Okay, what's the next step? After that, put the vacuum-sealed bag into a constant temperature heater to control the heat and time of the reaction. This will ensure the complete dissolution of the beef's fibers. By blocking out the air, the beef won't oxidize too much during this process, and the nutrients will be locked in. I see. I don't get it, but I will remember it. Beef made using this method not only retains as much of its original flavor as possible, it even has a texture that's as soft as a sponge. Ugh, I feel like I'm going to start salivating. This is what low temperature vacuum cooking is. Once you've mastered it, you can try making the dish recorded in this old booklet. So this is the homework this time. The homework this time is difficult, but I'm sure you'll be able to do it. Yes, I'll do whatever it takes to get it done. Planet Mars. Mars! The Dragon Song peach looks like a peach at its core. At its core, it's still a peach, and yet it takes so much effort to make it. This is nothing. Compared to other fruits, the Dragon Song peach already has a unique advantage. Is that so? It sure doesn't feel like it. The ice that forms on the Dragon Song's peach surface due to its low temperature just so happens to look like its fur. Just that alone already saves a lot of effort. If it were a Dragon Song strawberry? What if it were a strawberry? If you want a realistic recreation, you need to pluck every single one of the seeds on the strawberry and then slowly stick them all back onto the Dragon Song strawberry. Not only do you have to take into consideration the distance between each seed, you also need to take care not to break the outer shell. Otherwise, you need to start over. That's enough! This is the first time I've ever been scared by a dish! Could you bring a rabbit from Earth the next time you come here? Don't you have enough rabbits here? Rabbits from the moon and rabbits from Earth are still different at the end of the day. How so? The taste is different. Huh? I was just kidding. Rabbits are so cute. I'd never be able to eat them. Was she really kidding, though? Look, my missiles are gonna kill me tomorrow. Very close with Raisin. Works created while singing have souls. I understand this. I also like to sing while cooking. Miss Mima, I noticed you had a carefree expression today, so here I am. Oh, am I usually not like that? You're usually mulling over complicated things with your brows furrowed, so I didn't want to disturb you. It's not every day I see you so relaxed. I see. You sure love researching, Miss Mima. Is it a hobby, or is there a story behind it? Oh, trying to dig up my past, are we? Not at all. I'm not trying to dig up anything. It's just that, in my eyes, you're not at all what everyone makes you out to be, so well, to put it in your words, it'd be research, exploration, desire to seek the truth. With a reason like that, I'd be hard-pressed to decline. Very well, I'll sate your curiosity. I'll be all ears. In the beginning, I was just a product of magic in a small room. The one who created me was, at the time, the head of the Kirisame family. The Kirisame family? You mean... When I first gained sentience, I served as his conversation partner. He'd speak to me about his experiments, his understanding of magic and alchemy. And he also talked about his own life, the mundane, everyday things. He talked with you every day? You must have had quite the relationship. I suppose you could say those were happy days. I read all the books in that room. Every experiment, success or failure, he would always discuss and conclude with me. He listened to my thoughts, and he sought to prove my hypothesis. Looking back on it now, it was a small and terribly messy room, yet it was a treasure trove of possibilities. All manner of interesting, spectacular, even unethical experiments boldly took place within. That was also when I realized the beauty of knowledge and exploration. Perhaps that is simply how it should be. Perhaps I should simply be a companion in his pursuit of knowledge. For a time, I sincerely believed as much. Did something bad happen? Call it wishful thinking on my part. The family head only thought of me as a useful tool for him to do whatever he saw fit with. The moment I refused his orders, it became clear to me that the bond I thought we shared had already been broken. Isn't it funny? Ultimately, it spurred his descent to madness. Oh, gosh. He kept going, my creation this, my creation that. He thought himself to be my god. What a joke. From the moment I was born, I was myself. I won't allow anyone to control me. At the end of the day, what I really am is an accident given life by the advancement of the pursuit of knowledge. If I really needed a god, then it should be knowledge itself. Such a god would never insist for me to live according to the whims of any one person. Ridiculous, isn't it? No, I don't think it is. The things that are on your mind, Miss Mima, are more meticulous and realistic than the average person's, I think. Oh? I must say, you seem to cut above the average yourself. Truth be told, there was a time when I thought him to be my very first friend. Someone I could treat as an equal, someone I could pursue the truth with. But in the end, humans always seem to prove themselves to be even duller than I imagined. I left the Kirisame family, leaving any expectations and bonds I might have had behind in that room. I thought that would be the end of it. What I did not expect was for the family head to be so far gone that he'd send people to wipe me out, multiple times. Magicians from the Kirisame family, hired yokai hunters, he sent everyone he could after me. They called me Mima, the demon who stole the soul of the Kirisame family head. If he couldn't use me for his own devices, he'd have them take my life. So that's how you got the name Mima, but why did you accept an insult like that as your name? Well, it's a fine name, no? It exudes strength and mystery. It'd be such a shame not to put it to good use. Is that so? In the end, he couldn't destroy me, even at the cost of his own family. His most asinine decision came right before his death. He forbade his family members from any magic-related research. He really did become a dull person. I had no idea there was such a story behind the Kirisame Curio shop. However, the fires of curiosity will never be put out. There will always be someone attracted to the light that slips through the cracks. The curiosity of humankind is limitless. Nothing can stop it. That's right. Whenever I see a piping hot dish, I'd always imagine what sort of dish is inside it. It's something I'd always been curious about. You really do know how to make everything about cooking, huh? In that case, to sate your curiosity, is there a new recipe for me to learn? Bring me 2 fresh dishes, which contain seafood. I'll teach you then. That's my signature. Leave it to me. I've never traveled a long distance before. What do you usually pack in the suitcase? Mainly some clothes and daily amenities. Some food too, usually. How practical. And because of my job, I have to bring my photography equipment too. Right. It's for your job after all. If I'm going out into the wild, I'll also bring some cooking utensils for on-the-spot cooking purposes. Your suitcase can store that much? Oh yes, I even bring a bicycle with me. It's the best when there's a downward slope. Seems like your suitcase won't do me any good as a reference. Miss Ellen, I'm here to get feedback for the kitten pizza. It looks like a simple pizza, but it really takes a lot to cook. That's because you need to dry the onions, then freeze them until they caramelize. Only then would it get the sweet and soft taste. It takes a lot of effort, but it removes the pungency the onion originally had. From there, you have a richer onion and a more mellowy sweet flavor overall. It's worth it in my books. You just learned the dish, and you already know how to make it better than me, as expected of a professional. If I ever find any more interesting recipes in the future, I'll remember them for you. Thank you so much. I'm counting on you. I love watching television, but I'm not very good at television magic. Television magic. Using magic to make the TV broadcast the shows you want. I don't get it. Everyone from the outside world knows how to operate this mechanical magic. They must be pretty great magicians. Huh? I thought the outside world had no magic anymore. They don't have magic, but they have the power of this thing called infrared. They use this long rectangular object to operate the TV. That's probably a magic wand specifically tailored for the outside world. It's completely different from what people say in Gensokyo. By the way, what's a television? It's a box which can display images and sound. It's awesome. I sure wonder what the outside world is like. Well, I was kind of curious to see if maybe, like, as you improve your relationship with her, she gets more stock. But at least for right now, it's the same as it always ever was. Too fresh and aquatic. Same as it ever was. 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 Fresh and aquatic. 1, 2. No. 1, 2. Are there any other hells I should know about? Meow. I'm out of here. I've got the dishes, Miss Mima. A delectable flavor. As expected of you, your craftsmanship is worth looking forward to. So, I passed the test? What test? I was simply hungry. Huh? I just accepted payment in advance. That would make us even, no? In any case, allow me to teach you this recipe. Oh, it's a shrimp dish. It looks very interesting. I'll look forward to your cooking. I'll try it at your shop, if I have the time. Right, I'll make sure not to disappoint. Drunk as I like with the shrimp. Anyways. Oh. Do you want me to get a new one for you? Lunar Capital has them everywhere as always. Picking out that perfectly ripe peach took me ages, so having it get away would be very sad. You sure love peaches, huh? I have a lot of fresh ingredients today, so maybe try something else for a change, Miss Toyohime. Yup, a balanced diet is important too, but I still have a peach that I need to find. How do you keep losing these peaches, Miss Toyohime? Bathe the lawn, Hina, Yoshika, Kamachi, as usual. As usual. Wife. Okay. Now what? Can't commission everyone, however. commissioning all the DLCs. Kaguya. They're still level 2, so... You know what? Despite having gone to the Hakurei Shrine multiple times, I don't think we've actually seen Remilia yet. Nope. So, tonight, let's head to the Scarlet Devil Mansion. If Remilia doesn't show up at the Scarlet Devil Mansion, then I don't even know anymore. Surely. No cooking in the halls. You can't tell me what to do. Dies. Blows up. Wait, what's popular right now? Filling. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Patchy. Patch. Dreamy soda. I love killing two. I love feeding two birds with one stone because I can make Yoshika more powerful and I can get hyper mode. Do I have anything that's Western and dreamy at the same time? Faint dream. Flower, udon, lunar, dew cream. Lunar, udon, flower. Flower, lunar, udon. Grape? No. Honey? Butter? Flour? Dew? Dew. Good to know. Good to remember. Sweet Things puts everyone in a happy mood. Chillable drink. Hey Satori, I forgot you can show up here naturally. Thanks, Cherno. peculiar, and sweet. Specialty, stimulating. So for you, Cherno, same as it ever was. And then for you, Satori, Sakura pudding should work. Okay, this to you, this to you. Legendary giver. Louis? Louis' spell card. Life needs a little more sweet and soda. Yuyuko's here too. Wait, hang on. It's funny to me that Ramun isn't classified as chillable, because like in like every single like Korean market, which is where these things are usually sold, they're almost always like frozen. So peculiar. I don't know why, but oh well. Taze. There's Remy. Anyways, I have to remember. I think a giant tamagoyaki for Yuyuko, right? Legendary premium. Or no, hang on. Premium. Flower, flower, egg, egg. So. That's sticky rice, not flour. Oh my god, I was clicking on the wrong thing! Small portion. Premium. Still premium only. Okay, fine. And then fruity. Scarlet tea. That kind of just makes sense. Anyways, let's try a beef Wellington. Stimulating. Okay. Oh. So, what did that do, huh? When the day ends, convert into red the Nightless Castle. The fuck does that mean? Hang on. Spell cards. Remy. Where doth thou be, Remy? I think I skipped past her by accident. There she is. Amelia uses her reputation as the mistress of Scarlet Mansion to hold a midnight feast. When the day ends, the Izakaya enters Red the Nightless Castle status, immediately takes effect if day has already ended, and business continues. Budget normal guests will not be less than 500. Working speed of partners increased by 100%. If Saki is on duty, her speed is raised to the max. Chance of follow-up orders increased by 100%. If Vermilion herself is present at the time of activation, the shop will not close in the next 60 seconds, so that normal guests will continue to appear at 300% speed. Otherwise, when the last rare guest leaves, summon fairy mates equivalent to the amount of reward spell cards activated that night. What the fuck is this Yu-Gi-Oh spell card, Remy? Why are you so complicated? That's kind of cool, but damn! Oh my goodness. Whatever. I am going to... get rid of these. these two. That spell card proc again from you, Satori? What the heck? Oh no, it captured Remy. Okay, gotcha. Stimulating. Sake. This is Lunar Danko like so. Flower, flower, egg, egg, and then Wagyu beef. Sure. Oh, whoops, I did it the other way around. Whoopsie daisy. Chillable. Yamame! Nothing's more substantial than meat. Oh, she wants aquatic this time. Fresh beer. Ceiling longing pie. And then make it fresh with onion. Modern. Cultural heritage, right. Oh wait, no, that's raw. Whoops. I mistook it for the... Okay, never mind. Raw. We can also make it fresh though. Nothing saying we can't, it's just I mistook it. Nope. Meat. Might help actually just speak these things aloud, because that helps me to keep track. Savory, I think that's fresh? That has to be fresh. There's no way it's not fresh. Don't even lie to me. Say it's not from wood. It has to be. I've run out of hyper mode already. Or maybe I'm just getting really unlucky. Lord knows either is possible at this point. Low alcohol. That's mid alcohol. That's also mid alcohol. Which one of these is low? There we go. Okay. Sake. High alcohol. Damn. Peculiar. I'm not trying to make it greasy. The greasy mochi kind of makes me think, ugh. It's not a good thing. It's nowhere close to a good thing, actually. It's a terrible thing. I'm just hoping Kaguya can give me way more time, so hopefully Toyohime will show up soon. Yeah, she did the best she could. Now we just gotta wait. Oh, well. Okay. There's just no rare guest gonna show up at this point. We're just getting normal people now. Oh! Oh, that's right! Rabbi's bullshit! I completely forgot! Oh god! I completely forgot about her spell card! It specifically activates at the end of the day. You can't blame me for forgetting though, that thing was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Green tea. And then the projection of her is back too, because of Satori rolled onto Lewis's spell card. Raw and high alcohol. So let me go to like Western. Is there anything that's Western and raw? Eggs Benedict, apparently. Egg, bamboo, butter, flour. Egg, bamboo shoot, butter and flour. Ooh. What the heck? How many things are happening at once? Here, here, here. I have no clue what that does since she's already here. Sweet drink. Just in case. Legendary. Sweet drink. Sweets. Okay. Western. Let's look for something. Let's look for that Western, baby. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, and then sweetness. I don't know how much of this will actually work, though. Actually, wait. Honey, flour, and egg. Raw, legendary. Oh, she's gone. Everyone wants just orange eyeballs. Good, she's dead. Yu-Gi-Oh! SMH. Okay. Hi, Sakuya. Can't believe during all that time yesterday, during that shift, Toyohime just did not show up. I just really want those level 3 Izakaya. I especially want it for the Lunar Capital. If I could just get it for the Lunar Capital, I'd be so happy. I don't even care about Makai. I just want another damn moon. Come on, Chen, please. You gotta do this for me, buddy. I kinda need this. I definitely need this. Meat. And Fire Red's robes. Always good. Okay. Oh, to Makai we go then. Yeah, still. Are you going out, Miss Lewis? Yes, I'm going to Human World. Alright, okay. Just making sure, I did read that one before. Socrates seems pretty lethargic most of the time. Is he sick? Nope, he's always like this. Socrates is a cat that mostly does whatever he wants, so he doesn't put on a front for others. I was gonna ask myself, like, why am I so tired tonight? But I know why. I know why I'm so tired. It's entirely my fault, but oh well. That's quite the cat. Well, if you don't mind complimenting him, it'll make him very happy. Then I'll give it a try. Socrates is the coolest, cutest cat in the whole universe. Yeah. When Socrates is complimented, his fur turns silky smooth. If you scold him, though, it'll immediately scrunch up, so you ought to be careful. That's quite the convenient cat. Cat. To the moon! Demon! The moon haunts you. Oh. Miss Tohime, I heard that you'll be training together with the rabbits today. You don't see that often. Gosh! What is it? I took a nap before I came here and I've been feeling anxious ever since I woke up. I get it. You had a nightmare, didn't you? Nightmare? No, it was a beautiful dream. No, it was a beautiful dream. I had a dream that I was surrounded by peaches and they were all jumping into my mouth on their own. That's when I suddenly woke up and realized that I, in fact, had no peaches with me. Oh, reality sure is cruel. I have a bad feeling about this. That's it! So that my dream can come true, I'll have to pass this time. Miss Tohime's excuses for skipping work are, something else. How close with Raisin? Oh my goodness gracious, it's right there. Perhaps it might be best to just bite the bullet and, perhaps it might be best to just bite the bullet and, go to Makai. Or not Makai, the lunar capital. Ina Komachi Yoshika. Back at the Yokai Trail. Yorihime and Mima. So if I just get the lunar capital and then get the funny spell card, that'll be good. That'll be great. That'll be exactly what I want. I just realized there's a non-zero chance that Satori will roll onto Toihime's spell card, and if that's the case, I would love it so much. Anyways, just want her to guarantee show up. Hopefully me inviting her will make her show up earlier. If that's the case, that'll be great, because I want more time for her spell card to be online, rather than having it be in the middle, or God forbid the end of the night, where it really won't be useful. For the regular chat, I might end stream earlier than I normally do, just because I really need to, like, recuperate after the decision that I made last night. Genuinely, I've not stayed up that late in years. I've only stayed up, like, for an exorbitant amount of time, like, at this point, with what happened last night, it would be 3 times. Yeah, because I remember one time I stayed up all night, when I was in middle school, for no reason. I feel like that's pertinent to point out every time I think about that. I had no reason to stay up all night. I wasn't behind on work. I wasn't, like, playing video games or anything. I was just on my computer. Wasn't even, like, dedicating myself to a game. I was just like, what if I stayed up all night? That one time. And I did. And it was terrible because I had school. I stayed up all night on a school day. I don't know what was wrong with me, but... Anyways, Planet Mars. How do you make that, though? Let me just remind myself. Fig, grapes, crab, and dew in the steamer. Fig, grapes, crab, and dew. Legendary... We can make it mild. So, fig, grapes, crab, and dew. Then there was another time where, I stayed up late because I got scared. I think almost everyone who watches my streams regularly knows how much of a coward I can be. And that extended throughout pretty much my entire life, where there would be nights where it would be almost impossible for me to fall asleep. But that one night took it to the extreme because I'm pretty sure I ended up not falling asleep until like the sun began to slowly creep out over the horizon. And like at that point, it's like, dog, you're just cooked. You might as well not even bother sleeping, because and then last night, I ended up staying up till 4 a.m. grinding Xenoblade Chronicles X. And before you ask, do I regret it? No. I feel like I should, but I don't. At least, in terms of the decision itself, I don't regret it. The consequences, though? It isn't. What do you mean I have to reap what I sow? That's not cool. I mean, who's really laughing? Because as a result of last night, I managed to recruit my wife as the final party member, so yeah. Hey, Reason. I would get both rare gas before Toyohime shows up. Come on, where the heck is she? Small portion. Snow fungus, lotus seed. Heatable. They really did hate me putting my favorite character in Xenoblade X behind the longest, most complex, and most difficult series of unlock requirements in the entire game. She has the most unique recruitment style of any character in Xenoblade X. Heck, I might even argue the most unique of any Xenoblade character. At least in the definitely in the top echelon of unique character recruitments. I mean, it's not really a bad thing. But it is very noticeable, or very notable, that she is bar none the hardest to do so. I mean, she is the last one to be recruited to, at least when it comes to like outside of endgame at least. Oh, I'm sorry, Reason. You shouldn't have asked for high alcohol if you can't fucking afford it. Jesus. Whatever. Peaches are the best. I'm sure it is. That's right. Peach. Chillable. Like, you meet Mia in like chapter 3, I think, and then you're not able to recruit her until you beat chapter 11. The thing about Mia's recruitment is that, like, unlike every other character in X, you don't recruit her after completing an affinity mission. Instead, you have to complete a series of normal missions which start unlocking around Chapter 4, these normal missions are not found within New LA, or the hub. They are found out in the world. And because of that, they don't show up in the mission control panel. So for people who aren't even aware that it exists, that these quests exist, it can be tricky to even find them, especially in the original version, because in the original version, the map doesn't update to show you where quests are when they're available, meaning that for people playing on the original Wii U version, they would have had to look Peach being creepy fake. They would have had to look like around in the overworld to find it. And then once you get into like the end, near the end part of or rather, what I'm trying to say is, so all of the overworld quests are one thing, but then you get to the final quest, which unlocks me as a character, which is Mia is missing. But unlike a lot of other normal missions, it has a lot of prerequisites before you can actually take it. Let me just remember, because I do not remember off the top of my head. Real quick. Does this have cultural heritage? This is not that. So, Peach, Red Bean, Creeping Fig. But what I was saying was, in order for Mia's Missing to even be taken as a quest, you need to have completed Chapter 11, the last part of the Mia Chain quest, which is It's a Mia, and then Definian Downfall. But the thing about Definian Downfall is that in order to complete that mission, you need to have completed Professor B's Return and then Good Fortune. But in order to complete Good Fortune, you need to have completed Chapter 10, Attack on Beyond No Hills, Rites of Ruin, and Alex's Last Stand. All of which, like literally all three of them, are at the end of their own quest chains. So, essentially, you need to complete like about 3 to 4 quest lines in order to unlock the ability to accept Mia's recruitment quest. And then to top it all off, the game doesn't even tell you this. You also need to survey 65% of Cauldrus, which is the quote-unquote final area of Xenoblade X. Which surveying 65% of like any surveying 60% of any region is already tough enough, even with the Skells and even with the flight module from Chapter 9, or the Chapter 9, the post-Chapter 9 Affinity mission for the flight module. Even after that, 65% is already asking a lot for any of the regions in the game, but to do that for Cauldrus, which is teeming with tons and tons of enemies that are ridiculously powerful and will absolutely annihilate you if you go in there unprepared or underleveled, unless you're me, because Mia is Missing has a recommended level of 50. Level 50 in Cauldrus is basically teetering on the edge of we are gonna being level 50 is not enough. In a lot of cases, you have to be very mindful of what you're looking at, otherwise you will get your ass beat. What does she not like? Filling. So you end up. So yeah, you have to survey. I feel like if you're dedicated to getting Mia and you're willing to survey Cauldress to 65%, you are inherently going to like power level yourself. you are gonna be so ready once you actually complete it. She's strong? I don't think a lot of people consider her strong. I don't think. To be fair, a lot of AI controlled teammates kinda aren't very effective because the AI is not very smart. But when it comes to directly controlling her, I think she's about average. But the thing about Mia is that you don't desire to recruit her because like she's super strong, but because she's a character you've been interacting with throughout your entire journey. And like that's what I find funny is a lot of the game's framing around Mia kind of has her like they sort of portray her as sort of like a burden or kind of a nuisance, like annoying. She's a huge yapper. She's very airheaded. She kind of overestimates herself and underestimates a lot of other things. Takes a long time for her to catch on to certain aspects. She's clumsy, goofy, always gets herself into trouble. She never pays you for any of the quests. Like, none of her quests give you reward money. She just keeps forgetting to pay you. So, like, the game is framing her as though she's, like, an annoyance or kind of like an annoying thing to deal with. But I love her. They can never, ever, 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 ever make me hate you, Mia. I love you so much. You silly little bozo. What's she look like? I mean... she's blonde. The thing about Mia's design is that she's intentionally designed to look pretty generic. Because, unlike every other recruitable character in the game, she doesn't inherently come with voice acting, she doesn't show up in cutscenes. To most players, she just looks like another NPC, right? Part of the appeal of Mia as a recruitable is that you don't think she could be recruited in the first place. But here, I will DM her official art from Definitive Edition. If it'll let me copy the damn image. Just... What'd she do? So, yeah, so she actually is probably one of the more straightforward characters. She uses the Side Corruptor class, aka the ray gun and the knife, and she specializes in lowering enemy debuff resistance and then plastering them with tons of debuffs, specifically lowering their ether and gravity resistance so she can blast them with her ray gun. She's a pseudo support that can help increase your damage by lowering enemy defenses, essentially. Aya! Oh yeah, Hakure Shrine. I have to remember, because of Toyohime, it's not that Aya can just show up on the moon whenever she feels like it. Although, that also wouldn't surprise me in the slightest that she can do that. High alcohol. Oh, I forgot the crab. It was a pufferfish. Why did I put a pufferfish there? Also, another cute thing about her is that after, I think after, I think it's after the first mission or sometime before the second in normal quest in her change, she starts calling you Chief, which I think is adorable. Sweets. Strength boosting. No. Pork, bamboo, pufferfish. To be honest, if the sniper rifle already wasn't my favorite, my favorite ranged weapon in the game, the ray gun would be a very close second. Or rather, okay. So, let me phrase myself better. Jeez. I love the sniper rifle. It is my personal favorite ranged weapon and my go-to in Needle Blade X. But if I didn't have the sniper rifle, my next choice would be the ray gun, because I think a giant weapon that shoots big ass lasers is cool as heck. And to be honest, I think I am correct. Regardless, though, I've always kind of thought about, like, what? Like, in Xenoblade X, while you are allowed to mix match any combination of ranged and melee weapons once you master the final classes, it's made me wonder, what if you were allowed to combine melee and ranged weapons? Or, no, what if you were allowed to pick 2 melee weapons or 2 ranged weapons? It's not something you're allowed to do, but sometimes, but I think that could lead to some very interesting combinations. Because arts are tied to the weapons you're using, there are certain combinations that don't exist, but might be really interesting to play with. One of the first things I thought of was, is the longsword and the javelin, or the longsword and the knife. The longsword as a weapon is super duper powerful. Like, I still think the line it comes from, which is the which is the duelist line, or the striker line, I suppose, if you want to be pedantic, which consists of the assault rifle and the longsword, is probably one of the most boring combination of weapons. The longsword itself is pretty cool. And it has some really powerful melee arts, to the point that you can kind of just build around it. I think in general the weapon most people choose to pair with the longsword are the dual guns, because not only are the dual guns just some of the best weapons in the game already, but the dual guns inherently are about supporting the are more of a support weapon because they grant specialty auras, and notably arts like Ghost Walker, which grants you decoy, evasion. Basically, you can make yourself invincible with the dual guns. But it makes me think about, like, example, if you were able to pair the longsword with the knife, overdrive builds can become far more consistent, being able to rely on being able to abuse arts like smooth recovery, for example, what is it? Combat stasis? Is it combat stasis, or am I thinking of another art? Regardless, though, like I said, the sword is strong enough on its own that it can basically define an entire build by itself. So being able to combine it with more specialized melee weapons that focus on support, like the knife, for example, or even the javelin, because the javelin has an art called Hair Trigger, which grants the user Supercharge, which is a temporary status that massively increases the damage of your next damaging art. Just thinking about using that alongside some of the absolutely disgusting arts that a longsword has, like Blossom Dance, or God forbid Herculean Blow. Oh God! Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, that playthrough would last like forever. I would not be able to stop myself from getting distracted in that game. Just for reference, Herculean Blow is a learnable combat art for the longsword. Now, for context, hit scaling in Xenoblade X determines how powerful arts are. You know, how much of the damage stat they pull from it for their scaling. You know, very standard stuff. Makes sense. Most arts generally hover around the 150 to like 300 range. Sometimes you'll get an art that's meant to be for damage, which will hover around like the 500% art or hit scaling side. So, you know, those tend to be more powerful, and they're very beefy, right? Like 500% is already an insane amount. Some of the strongest arts in the game hover around that range. Herculean Blow has a hit scaling percent of 2,100. 2100. In a game where most arts hover around 200 to 300. Herculean Blow is one of the most disgustingly powerful arts in terms of raw damage, and that would be one thing. But the fact that it's on Longsword, which already has some of the best, most self-sustaining arts in the game, as well as an aura that boosts its own melee attack, as well as the fact that Sword has access to the Ether element, which means it can utilize Core Crusher to add on even more damage, and you end up with a set of circumstances where the Longsword is capable of basically one-shotting every bastarding boss in the game if you build towards that. As if the longsword wasn't already powerful enough in the original version. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, a lot of the good points, a lot of the strengths of longsword already existed in the original version of Xenoblade X. And they saw all of that, and they were like, shit, we gotta buff it more. Meanwhile, we left the Psycho Launcher Javelin and Photon Saber to die in the dirt. But we gotta give the Longsword an art that hits 2,100%. The only saving grace of Herculean Blow, the fact that it cannot just like absolutely annihilate everything in the game and trivialize the difficulty, is the fact that it's a post-game art. You can only beat it after you can only get it after you beat the story mode, or the story chapters. So, you know, that's that's the thing, I suppose. I mean, for a post-game art, it absolutely lives up to the hype. If I have to wait until basically once I beat the game in order to get this art, damn right this thing better like annihilate everything in my path. Wait, hang on. I need to double check. I don't remember. Is it AoE? Herculean Blow. Oh, I've been calling it the wrong thing this entire time. It's not Herculean Blow, it's Hercules Blow. My bad. Oh no! I'm sorry. I actually lied to you guys. It's not 2,100%. It's 2,400%. My mistake! It's not telling me if it's not telling me. Okay, no, it's single target, so you can't use this to absolutely annihilate an entire room of enemies, but I mean, at a certain point you really don't need to. You don't need it to. It already does so much. I think if it did any more, it would actually just annihilate the concept of game balance as a whole. Oh shoot. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm just sorry. Every time I think of it, it's just, oh god. Such a disgusting art in terms of how much it can do. And that's on top of the fact, again, it's on Longsword. Already one of the best arts in the entire, or one of the it's already one of the best weapons in the game, with the fact that it's self-sustaining, it's powerful, it's everything you could want from it, right? And then they just make it better. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but God bless them. God bless. Sorry, I just love looking at the cute little Mystia outfits. They're so... But I think this is still one of my favorites, alongside the Hermit outfit we get from Sega. I especially love this one because it's such a special skin for the Izakaya, which I'm always a sucker for extra aesthetical details. Fuck yeah, jackpot. Jackpot. Alright! Yeah! Chen? There's no need for me to worry at all. I'm worrying about you on behalf of my master. Yes, yes, Chen is the coldest, most heartless yokai there is. No, I'm not! Then why do you keep denying it? I'm not! Get back on topic already! Didn't you want me to help expand something? Yep, I'm counting on you. I heard Makai's residents add hot coffee to their spirits. It sounds so bizarre that I'm curious. Hey, get you. I'll bring some back for you. Thank you. You really can do business anywhere you want. I wouldn't say that. I just cook is all. When you're done, you ought to go and read a few books. Hey, aren't we the same? I've always been learning. I can even read human writing. Alright, I'll put effort into learning. Awesome! That makes me your senior. So, are you helping or not? I heard the lunar capital has some inconceivable drinks, like crystally dewdrops that are both beautiful and delicious. If you can bring some back for me, I'd be willing to help you. What a greedy cat. Not you. Those cats of yours, I mean. That better be true. So we want drinks. Mojito spheres. Makai coffees. This is disgusting! Why does such a beverage even exist? I'll give this to Lady Ran. No, Lady Yukari. Then, as per our agreement... And it's the best. It starts out faint, but then it really starts kicking. And as per our agreement... Finally, we got the Izakayas for... Lunar Capital Izakaya is all I need to see, to be honest. That alone makes me happy. Honestly, I think the character, like... the character recruitment order can be really funny, especially at the beginning of the game. So... so there is a character whose recruitment, like, quest unlocks pretty much in, like, as soon as you're able to, like, recruit more characters, right? I think it's like after chapter 4. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I need to, like, double check because I do not remember. It's chapter 3. Okay, cool. So there's a character you can recruit after chapter 3. There's a multitude of characters, right? And a majority of them take place in, like, Primordia because Primordia is the first location you really have access to. So it makes sense that they would ask you to stay there for basically all of them. Except one. This character, who you unlock, or you get the ability to unlock after chapter 3, her affinity quest takes you to Cauldrus, which, if you remember, is supposed to be the final area of the game. I think... Hang on. I need to, like... Okay, yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, chapter 3, yep. Chapter 4, yep. Chapter 3, yep. Sorry, I'm double checking now because I feel like I'm being gaslit half the time. So I need to, like, double check just to make sure. Okay, yeah. Everyone else is generally around Primordia. She needs your ass to get to Cauldrus. After Chapter 3. Now here's the thing about the geology of Mira, right? So, New LA is stationed in Primordia, which is sort of the southern part of the continent that you can see, or sort of the continental landscape that you see. To the west is a archipelago named Noctilum, which is a sort of foresty area. To the east is a deserty area known as Oblivia, and then these three areas are connected to each other, right? And then there's a large ocean gap between the north central part of Primordia, and then the last two regions in the game, Savalum and Cauldrus. So, basically, in order to unlock this character, as soon as you're able to, which again is after you beat Chapter 3, you have to not only make your way past most of the central part of Primordia, which tends to be, depending on which path you take, can be infested with monsters way outside of your pay grade, and who are aggressive and will rip you to shreds if you look at them wrong. But then you have to swim manually from the shores of northern Primordia to the beachfront of Savalum. And then you have to make your way through Savalum, which, since it's supposed to be the fourth area in the game, has a much higher enemy average level, with the only caveat being that most of the higher level enemies in Savalum are programmed to only be aggressive towards the player if they're in a skell, which you don't have access to at this point. So a lot of them won't actually like aggro onto you. But then you're still not done, because once you get through Savalum, then you have to get through Cauldrus. And Savalum's brutal enough. Cauldrus is on a whole nother level. You basically cannot traverse Cauldrus the way you would later in the game, when you're actually like leveled and have proper equipment and skills. You have to play the biggest game of bitch hot potato, or you will be annihilated off the face of the planet before you can even sneeze. As they say, exploring Cauldrus on foot is a core experience of Xenoblade X. I genuinely recommend for players to go through that ordeal, because it is a core experience. It is almost like a mandatory thing. I mean, in my opinion, it's ridiculous. A part of me thinks that like the developers just kind of put it there as a joke almost, like, oh yeah, you know, you can do it this early, but like, no player is gonna be crazy enough to like go to Cauldrus this early on. They're probably gonna wait till they like get a skell so they can at least like zoom past the ocean quicker. No, you sure as hell aren't. It's just so interesting to me. Put a character that, and like the thing is, right? The character in question that this is coming from, she is an awesome character, like personality and story wise. She's kind of ass gameplay wise though. Yeah, I will. Sorry, I kind of got entangled in that. Monsieur Hime, I'm here to get feedback for Planet Mars. How do you think I did this time? The taste of the crab is smooth and easy to swallow, and the fruit jelly is like a droplet of water with a hint of alcohol. It truly is a refreshing and top-notch dish. Thanks, Yorihime. Thanks, Miss Yorihime. So, how many ranks do I get this time? I don't like involving personal feelings, but I must admit, you can get 101 marks this time. Huh? I thought the maximum was 100! The dish itself is flawless, so it can receive full marks. The extra 1 mark is because I noticed that you spent some time working on the plating. So you did notice. I was sure that for such a creative dish, having the plating in the dish be one would definitely be more interesting. Indeed, in molecular gastronomy, concept is of utmost importance too. Form, meaning, color, and flavor each bear its own meaning. I'm beginning to understand that the core of molecular astronomy is to keep trying. That's why I got a plate which resembles planet Mars from Earth. It's very suited for this dish. So the core of molecular astronomy is to keep trying. Perhaps there is some truth to that. How do you summon 8 million gods, Mr. Hime? I summon gods through possession. I can only summon one god at a time. You can summon whichever god you want? With my power, yes. Oh, then I heard that Miss Annie was originally a god of the lunar capital. Does this mean you can actually summon Miss Annie? Yes. Since you miss her that much, why not summon her? You might not know this, but Master changed her name after moving to Earth. Since Master has even abandoned her name as a god, I should respect her resolution and not call her by her past name. Is that so? Miss Annie sure is resolute, huh? Why do you keep coming to the moon? The Earth is a much better place. The moon is pretty nice too. Is that what they call a fortress besieged? Fortress besieged? Oh, because we're surrounded by the Sea of Tranquility? No, not that. Those who are outside want to get in, and those who are inside want to get out. Have you heard of this quote before? No. There's a moon rabbit who really loves to read. She somehow got her hands on a few books written by people from Earth, and now she never stops talking about them. I've listened to what she said and had to say multiple times, but I can't remember a thing about them. The only thing I remember is that quote that's written on the back cover. How interesting. To think a rabbit from the moon would go out of her way to read books from Earth. On Earth, no rabbit would ever read a book. Well, that's true for most rabbits on the moon, too. Speaking of, I recall Gensokyo not having any seas. Is that right? That's right. I could hardly believe the first time I'm seeing one beyond the moon. You mean the Sea of Tranquility? While it's true the vast Sea of Tranquility is outside the lunar capital, it's a dead sea. You won't even find a single microorganism there, let alone a fish. There's something in it? And it's even worse than the Sansa River. At least that has monsters in it. I think I'm better off with an empty sea, thank you very much. But that would be so boring. Seriously, in the end, it's the place without any sea that gets to eat all manner of aquatic dishes. I'm so dinner. Wow! I don't even do that one. I'm so dinner. Awesome. I'm so dinner. Me when I'm dinning. Whoop dinning right now. Are you having a stroke? Damning. Okay, you definitely are. Although, since Gensokyo doesn't have any seas, anything aquatic can only come from rivers and the like, right? Those are the only ones you can get natively in Gensokyo, but thanks to the barrier between fantasy and reality, seafood from the outside world sometimes ends up in Gensokyo too, especially those that have already gone extinct. Barrier between fantasy and reality? According to the stories, a yokai sage erected the barrier. Gensokyo is the land of fantasy, and the outside world is the land of reality. As for the specifics, I'm not too sure of myself. All in all, the less common something in the Genso outside world is, the more common it is in Gensokyo. That's great. If only the lunar capital has such an interesting barrier too. But you guys have the lunar rainbow pond. I heard that pond houses many aquatic creatures from various different worlds. But the lunar capital hates impurity, so fishing is just for recreation. No one will actually cook those fish. If you just want to eat fish, I can cook some and bring it here for you. Really? Nah. I was messing with you. Wait here, I'll have a big meal ready for you. Damn, Mystia! Nah. Nah, bitch. Nah, bitch. You ain't getting shit from me. Do you know how much altruism I had to go through just to get all these damn recipes? Hell, just to get to level 5? I'm getting sick and tired of this shit, Raisin. Fuck ass bunny. How many do I need? Ella. So they're all aquatic. One is small portion, one is sea delicacy, one is home cooking. Okay. Okay, so first aquatic. Okay. Wait, hang on. I had to double check. which is kind of sad because I literally just got in here, but whatever. 1 aquatic small portion. 1 aquatic sea delicacy. There it is. Oh my goodness. Wow. Then finally, aquatic home cooking. Small portion, sea delicacy, home cooking. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm back. This is a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to start. Feel free. Oh my goodness, slow down. It's not going anywhere. Nom, nom. Thanks for the meal. It's been so long since I had such a big meal. Wow, you finished it all. Rabbits can stomach way more food than I thought. Well, frankly, my stomach does feel like it's about to burst. You shouldn't eat too much no matter how much you like it. But I wanted to try all of them. If only there was a dish that let me eat all of the seafood I wanted. Okay, now I can't tell whether you're having a stroke or if you're high. I honestly could believe either. I could believe both. But I wanted to try all of them. If only there were a dish that let me eat all the seafood I wanted in one go. That's actually not hard to do. Oh, you mean I really can eat all the seafood I want in one dish? Don't worry, I'm an expert. Once I finish this new recipe, you'll be able to eat it any time in my shop. That's great. I'll look forward to it. Supreme seafood noodles. Oh my goodness gracious. Al dente noodles stewed in seafood broth filled with seafood umami, a luxurious family dish. One bowl is enough to recall the deep memory of umami hidden by the sea. Alright. Back home, time to calm. Kaguya Satori. Alright, finally! The lunar capital's Izakaya. I think I forgot to use the hot springs. Whoops. Ah well. Alright, just making sure I got everything correct. Hey, Yorihime. Alright. Cultural heritage and a neat drink. Of course, this is the one night that I forget to use the hot spring, huh? Damn. Oh well. Fig, grape stew, crab and dew. Let's see. Creeping fig and then... Maybe make it more mild again. Koishi? Salty. It's like, yeah, because of course Koishi can just show up on the moon. Why wouldn't she be able to? Mild. That's easy. Easy peasy. If I remember how to make it, at least. Strange. So peculiar and bitter drink. I skipped over black salt by accident. To you, to you. Kaguya and Raisin are here. Japanese concept of an ideal woman. Modern. Specialty shochu. Time to look for specialties then. Oh. Something similar, huh? Alright. High alcohol. Simulating. I think that's premium. That's not the right thing. Jeez. Is it already premium? Cool. To you, to you. Jason just likes wonderful stuff. Damn. Taste of home. Okay. See, this I can do. Well, not like that. Definitely not like that. Wait. There we go. Home cooking. And a bitter drink. Fantasy mean eternity. Wait! That's right. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to have her do the thing. Tuna, octopus, shrimp, crab, seaweed. Tuna, octopus, crab. Not pufferfish. There's another fish. Shrimp, there we go. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot I was supposed to, like... supposed to actually do the quest for her. I completely forgot. I didn't mean to click out. Grape. Fig. Crab. There. 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 There you are. Toyohime. Uh-oh. Doria. Vintage. A vegetarian. Okay. Peach. Red bean, creeping fig. Modern drink. Legendary shochu. Okay. Doo-doo. Crab. Grape. Creeping fig. Take me to Makai. Oh, she's already here. Ellen's already here. Wow. Sweets can make you more powerful, and beer. 2 Castillo wines and a fairy dew. Let's go with the Kid Canale for Ellen then. Cocoa bean, flour, egg. Legendary. Okay. Kid Canale. Hi, Satori. home cooking. Let's see, is there anything Western home cooking that I have? No? Let's look at the Western stuff I've got then. Butter, flour. Throw in some home cooking then. Refreshing. And a sweet drink. Tay's spell card. Dreamy. Soda. Sweet. I didn't mean to. Doria! Oh. Butter and flour. Sweet. I'm cooking. What do you got for me, Satori? That's... Oh, that's a Momiji spell card. That's actually pretty good. I would just love if Mima could show up. Since, you know, she's the one that has the quest. Western. Sweet. One, two, three. Dreamy and a sweet drink. This side up and Casio, not Casio wine, or no, it is Casio wine. I got mistaken with something else again. Wow, I'm silly. Drunken Bard. So many candies. That Kawachi's getting the thingy, so yep, there you go. This side up. Oh my god, Yoshika! Look at her go! Where am I? Oh, I'm up there. I didn't even realize. heck is Mima? Oh my god. I got so many Kaguya spell cards just to increase my chances that she'll show up. And I am getting nothing. Now get out. This side up. Optimal. I forgot I didn't get hyper mode until like just then. I genuinely thought I got hyper mode earlier, but then I looked over, I'm like, oh wait, no, I don't. Silly, no you didn't. Oh my god, even Lewis is down here. Flower, Udom, Lunar, Dew, Cream. Or... no. Beer. I simply must, like, recommend this to your blog, or recommend this dish on my blog. I don't think that's even gonna get any use, because the only... oh, it's just her again. Marisa! No, her spell card went to waste on... no, it could have been used on Marisa. 600? Wait, since when did you have the capacity to get to 600, Marisa? Yeah, wait, what? Oh no, I misread that. It's not... okay. Okay. Makes sense. That makes more sense. I misread the 4 as a 6. I was gonna be like, so concerned that she somehow rolled up with 6,000 goddamn yen. But it's okay. It's okay. We're fine. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm just wondering where the hell is Mima? We got Marisa pulling up before we got Mima showing up here. And this is her goddamn house. Well, no, actually, it's on the moon, but I connected it to her house. As far as I'm concerned, that thing's in, like, her backyard. She's just choosing to ignore it at this point. She knows interacting with it will only give her pain. I was gonna say, if Marisa already left, I was gonna be upset. SMH, oh my god. Udom, Lunar, Dew, Green Flower. Will she even proc her spell card? Ooh, wait. This might be good. This could potentially be huge. Photogenic. It's not grape, it's cream. That's my bad. Okay. Low alcohol? Yeah, sure. Chillable. Small portion. Mid-alcohol. Chillable. Okay. Cream. Flour. There she goes. I'm so close. I can almost taste it. We're almost there. We're almost down out of quadruple digits. Uh, Damn it. I'll go gambling to make myself feel better. Oh, I could have had it if Marisa showed up earlier, before Louis, or if Louis just stayed around for like one more. Strange fish. I love the strange fish. Damn it. You know what? Before I forgore, like a big old dummy, I am just gonna go to the hot springs right now. That way there's no way I can forget, because I'll have already done it. Obviously. Okay. Now we head to Makai. Damn it, Mima. Come on, please. What are you up to, Miss Louise? Oh, you're here, Mystia. I'm making some snacks. Do you know about raindrop cake? I do. Is this supposed to be raindrop cake? It doesn't look like the one I remember. That's right. Raindrop cake itself is a traditional snack, usually made with glutinous rice powder dripped in soybean flour. But then, a certain snack shop used something like agar or jelly powder to substitute the rice powder. Thus, the crystal ball-like raindrop cake was born. Oh, so that's how it is. Dishes can be upgraded too. I heard from those who've tried it that the raindrop cake melts the moment it goes in your mouth. I've always wanted to try making it. I'm curious to see how it'll turn too. I'll help out. I'm not brave enough to have a world-class chef like you just helping out. Let's do it together. It's done! Looks like it turned out great. Can I try it? Sure. We made it together after all. Here. I'll help myself to one then. Whoa! It really does melt in your mouth. It tastes refreshing with a hint of sweetness. I'm sure it'll be great for the summer. It does taste pretty good. Now, the next step is to figure out how to innovate on it. Do you have a problem with this dessert? There's nothing wrong with it, but as a creative blogger, I like to show my audience more combinations. I see. Having to come up with new things all the time isn't easy. I already have a few ideas, actually. Raindrop cake is shiny like a crystal, so my idea is to add in a blooming flower to its core, giving it a more reverent and energetic feel. Wow, that is a great idea. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Although, when I say blooming flower, I've never actually thought about which flower to add into it. If I mess that up, it might ruin any beauty it has. I want the flower and the crystal to come together to form a beautiful whole, regal and full of life. Majestic and full of life. One flower does come to mind. Broccoli! The broccoli isn't beautiful, but it is certainly eye-catching in another way. Lotus? With this shape, I don't think adding it into a cake is possible at all. Snow ear? Isn't that a type of fungi? It's not a true flower, but it has many thin petals, so it looks just like a flower in bloom. More importantly, it's soft and bouncy, and it's also semi-transparent. Snow ear. Interesting. Not only does it fit my criteria perfectly, it even adds texture onto the raindrop cake. You're a genius. I'm like totally in awe right now. It's nothing. I just thought about it because I ran into some recently. Really, you're the one who thought of such a creative idea. You're too humble. I'm sure ideas won't pale in comparison to mine. Want to try getting creative yourself? What? Just try it. I look forward to seeing what your creativity can come up with. When you put it like that, I kind of want to do it now. Alright, I'll try coming up with my own raindrop cake too. Urchin raindrop cake. Cakey. Wait, how many candies do I have? I have 160 of the damn things. It's just an ow wow, it's just enough actually to get the sorcerer's board, huh? Yeah, this board based on Byakuden's scrolls, and it is a very peculiar one where next dish created by the station will gain the same rating when given to any guest. It's a cutting board too, so that's interesting. Anyways, to the moon! Let's go to the moon, baby! Yeah! You're both Shrine Maidens, but you're completely different from Miss Reimu. You mean that red Shrine Maiden? Oh, you know Miss Reimu? It's a long story, but she once spent some time living in the lunar capital for a while. You could say she had to lend me a hand with something. Oh, I had no idea. She has the talent. She just needs to work on her lazy attitude. As thanks, I put her under strict training for the month when she was here. No wonder Miss Reimu hasn't showed up since. Gosh! How close am I with Toyohime? I feel like... Okay, halfway there. I'm closer to Yorihime than I am to Toyohime. Huh, interesting. I'm almost there with Ellen. Raisin has just reached the tip of level 4. Right, because of the quest. By the way, Lunarians hate impurity, so killing is prohibited in the lunar capital. How did you cook all those fish? All the ingredients I used were prepared beforehand down on Earth. Thankfully, there's a special passage that lets me quickly travel between the Earth and the Moon. Otherwise, they definitely wouldn't be fresh. Sorry to put this on you. It's fine. I prepare most of my ingredients before I open my shop anyways. Washing the veggies, marinating the meat, stuff like that. I never get anything made otherwise. Wouldn't there be leftover ingredients? Yeah, me and the others just eat them as a leftover midnight snack. It's great that nothing has to go to waste. How are the other two deserters, Seren and Ringo, doing? The two of them are running dango stands in the village and competing with each other. Odd. Ringo aside, Seren honestly never struck me as the type with such determination. I think she's just doing what she can to earn money so she doesn't get captured. How do you know? She has tears in her eyes every time I go to buy tango. Is that so? I guess life on Earth isn't as easy as I imagined. Seren is suffering, evidently. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna invite the sisters and Raisin to Makai. I am. Ah, that beach was here just a moment ago. Good work today, Miss Yorihime. It's nothing. I'm simply doing my job. Your job sure encompasses a lot of things. Now that work is over, want to take it easy in my shop tonight? After work comes my own training. 50,000 sword swings each night is a habit I developed even back when Master was still in the lunar capital. Then there's also physical and mental training. When will you be done with work at that rate? You're way too hard on yourself. In reality, it doesn't take much time at all with my speed. I'll inspect your shop once I'm done. Happy to hear that. Another day, another drill? Average day in the life of a lunar emissary. Want to grab a bite at my shop when training ends? You need to get lots of protein after all that exercise. But all I want to do after training is lie down in bed. I get where you're coming from, but that's not actually going to help you recover. Alright, I'll eat at your shop, even if I have to crawl to do it. It's just a normal meal. She's like, this diva. This drama queen. You definitely don't need to do all that. Bullshit, I don't. Oh, whoops. No! My precious half hour! That's 1 hour, so 2 more. Oh no, a bit more. Alright. To Makai we go, because Jesus Christ, I am so tired of Mima not showing up. She's been stuck at level 2 for God knows how long. Anyways, okay, yeah, it is a cutting board. I figured, but I just wanted to make sure that it was. Anyways. Sorcerer's Echo. Clown. Nice to see. We're gonna try the urchin raindrop cake, sea urchin, tuna, snow fungus, and dew. theme in this Izakaya is really beautiful. Modern drink. Snow fungus, tuna, sea urchin dew. Let's just quickly make it photogenic. Cool. Small portion. Okay. Small portion. Western? Oh, that's not gonna work. How about aquatic? Sweet? That's mochi, right? Where the heck is sweet? It's right below Western. Oh my god. Well, why do I still have Western? It should be small portion. Wait, is there something that also has aquatic? No. Photogenic? I want as many tags endemic to it because I have one less slot to work with. Oh, Sakura pudding. Honey peach. Sticky rice, just add it in, sure. Oh, she likes specialties. Good to know. Cocktail. Sweet. Hey there, Yorihime. Small portion. Cocoa bean pumpkin cream. Cocoa bean pumpkin cream. Pumpkin. Neat drink. Chillable. Record, molecular dish. Giving any guest the same dish made from this station will guarantee the same result. So basically, if I just make another molecular egg, just cream, pumpkin, cocoa, she'll still give it a perfect rating. Huh. There we go. Wow. Yeah, this is actually really good. Damn. High alcohol. Aquatic foods are an important source of protein. Wait, can I not just... Yorihime. There you are, Mima! Jesus Christ, woman! There you are! Okay, fungus and then chillable. I need her to try the drunk shrimp and bamboo. Bamboo, shrimp, and broccoli. Okay. Broccoli, shrimp, bamboo, and then she wants fungus with that. It's just... photogenic, high alcohol. Home cooking, chillable. Fish. Shochu. Fish. So wait, if I just recreate... Wait, no, it already has fish, so it's fine. It's fine, silly. Wait, hang on. Okay, wait, so... I added something in initially, but if I just do it like this, without adding in anything else, so broccoli, bamboo, will it still count? Well, granted, I probably know because she'll probably still love this either way, but still. It's an interesting thing to keep in mind, I think. I think that's cultural heritage for you. Yep. Grape, creeping fig, cream, snow fungus. Or... peach, red bean, creeping fig. The reason I want to do this is so that I can do that, so I can get the extra chance of a follow-up order, which is what I want. Toyohime, I love you. I'm having so much fun with you. Western drink. Well, just connect me here, just to give an extra chance for Raisin to show up, I suppose. So if I just keep... Okay, so she's asking for fungus, so by all accounts, this should not work if it doesn't account for that. It doesn't account for the fact that the original one had bamboo, or had me add in a pufferfish. So we'll just see. It could work. I hope it does work. It would be funny as heck if it did. Wait. Peach, red bean, yep. Moment of truth. Whether she loves this or just gives it an orange rating. She loves it. Big on Japanese. I've been big on Japanese poems recently. Let's keep it going, baby. Where else do we connect to? Yokai Mountain. Do you know how many people can show up there? It's absurd. Remy! High alcohol. Peach is the best. High alcohol. Western Sweet. That's not Casino Wine. Oh. Human Village. Okay. Raw. High alcohol. Cultural heritage and fruity. Lunar herb. Sweets can make you feel powerful. Wait, hang on. If I'm able to... Ellen. There's anything Western on the cutting board? There's not. I suppose I'll just work with what I got then. Let's go for the... Cocoa bean, flour, and egg. Oh, goodness gracious. Western drink. Neat and good with alcohol. Where else? Actually, Bamboo Forest is lost. Maybe Kage will show up. I don't know. Renosuke. I know. Just this. Is this? Oh, filling. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. Nigiri sushi. So if I just give this to, like, Ellen, for example, even though she shouldn't like any of the things related to this, let's just have nothing to say about it. Yeah, she dislikes 2 of the things associated with it, but that damn devil suit's is doing work. Aquatic. Wait, hold up. Aquatic, you say? I got it. This should work, right? Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, blah 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 blah, whatever you say, Renosuke. Yeah, beer. Okay, cool. Whatever. Strength boosting. Oh my god! Oh god, here it comes! Kasen. Grape, lemon. Legendary. Stimulating. Momiji spell card, which doesn't mean much at the end of the night, but whatever. Appreciate it. Strength boosting. Grape, lemon. What else does Mima like? Peculiar aquatic fungus. Grape, lemon. Shochu. Okay, dreamy. Mount Delicacy. Alcohol. Emo dislikes mild. Cool. This is actually a really good way to find out, like, what people don't like. Without, like, actually pissing them off. It's pretty cool. High alcohol. My premium dishes suit my vintage. Beer. Soda and specialty. Strength boosting. However, comma. Streamy if not fairy tales. Sweet. Western. High alcohol. Western myth. This is not inherently Western, so I'll just make it such. Neat. Oh god, it's not... It's... What do you mean it's not over? Oh lord. One, two, three. Chilean and Fire Dew. I can't believe I'm on drink duty right now. I'm the drink bitch. This cup shit gets serious. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to click out like that. You. Oh my goodness! It just keeps going! My goodness gracious. I can only imagine how much more, like, of a tidal wave shit it would be if Koishi's spell card was active. Because we wouldn't have those brief down points of downtime where the customers are busy thinking before they unleash their order hell on us. Fortunately for us, they still have to think. I feel like, yeah, Lewis's spell card is probably most effective when paired with character spell cards that want to be spammed over and over again, like Yuka or Sukuna. Yuka, Sukuna, even some of the material providing ones like what is her name? Like Cherno, for example, probably be good too. Yuyuko too. Yuyuko would go crazy as well, actually. Having just an extra chance to use Yuyuko's spell card would be nuts. Oh, Sakuya. Yeah. So tonight's a bit of a special case. There's some extra stuff that I need to do and stuff. So for right now, that'll do it for tonight. We'll be resuming same time tomorrow as always. And from the way things are going, I think we have a pretty good chance of finishing our playthrough tomorrow. Of course, let's not hold our breaths or count on anything, but I have a good feeling it might be possible. Or at the very least, at the end of tomorrow night's stream, we'll have a much better idea of where we'll be. Regardless, thank you all so much for watching tonight. Have a great one, and remember, I love you. Bye-bye.